The real question now is, where does this all lead? If Wayne follows through with his diss track, the hip-hop world could be looking at one of the most intense feuds in recent history. It's not just about personal grudges anymore. This battle has drawn lines between some of the most influential figures in the industry. Will Kendrick be forced to respond directly, further escalating the situation? Will Jay-Z, known for his strategic moves behind the scenes, step in to shift the power dynamics? And perhaps most importantly, will this ultimately help or hurt Wayne's legacy? Wayne has never been one to shy away from controversy, but this time, he may be playing a dangerous game. By going after both Kendrick and Jay-Z, he's taking on two of the most powerful figures in the industry, artists with influence that extends far beyond music. Jay-Z in particular operates at a level where his moves don't have to be loud to be effective. If he sees Wayne's attack as a real threat, he could pull strings in ways that don't involve diss tracks or public statements, but instead impact opportunities behind the scenes. As for Kendrick, his silence so far could mean he doesn't see Wayne's actions as a significant threat, or it could mean he's preparing a response so calculated that it will shift the entire landscape of the feud. Historically, Kendrick has never been one to engage in unnecessary back and forths, but when he does choose to respond, it's usually devastating. If he sees Wayne's move as an opportunity to reinforce his dominance, he might deliver something that leaves no room for doubt about who holds the upper hand. One thing is certain, this feud is far from over. The next moves will define not just individual careers, but could reshape alliances and rivalries in hip-hop for years to come. As the industry watches closely, all eyes are on Wayne to see whether his next move will elevate him to new heights, or if he's stepping into a battle that he can't win. What do you think? Will Wayne's next move solidify his legacy, or is he biting off more than he can chew? And what about Drake? Is his silence part of a bigger plan, or is he avoiding the fight altogether? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you love hip-hop breakdowns like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. He took things a step further by directly addressing Jay-Z, the man widely believed to have orchestrated Kendrick's Super Bowl performance, given Jay-Z's influence in the industry and his partnership. With the NFL, many saw his hand in the decision to feature Kendrick over Wayne. This didn't sit well with Wayne, who saw it as a deliberate snub. To make his feelings clear, Wayne didn't hold back in a recent interview. He openly questioned why Jay-Z had consistently overlooked him when it came to major industry moments. "I've been doing this for decades. I've changed the game, influenced an entire generation, and yet I keep getting passed over," he said. The frustration in his voice was evident. It wasn't just about the Super Bowl anymore. It was about years of feeling underappreciated. But this isn't the first time tensions have surfaced between Wayne and Jay-Z. Their history dates back over a decade, with both artists taking subtle shots at each other through their music. Jay-Z once attempted to sign Wayne to Roc Nation, but Wayne ultimately chose to stay with Cash Money, a decision that seemed to create a silent rift between them. Over the years, they've exchanged bars in their music, often competing for the title of hip-hop's greatest. However, things escalated further when Wayne decided to throw his full support behind Drake. While Jay-Z has maintained a professional relationship with Drake, it's no secret that he and Kendrick Lamar share a closer bond. With Wayne now openly siding with Drake, the lines in this industry battle have been drawn. What started as a Super Bowl snub has turned into a full-scale war of alliances, and the industry is taking notice. Wayne's decision to back Drake so aggressively has sparked mixed reactions from fans and fellow artists alike. Some see it as a powerful show of loyalty, a reminder that despite their past issues, Wayne still views Drake as family. Others, however, believe Wayne is using the situation as an opportunity to reignite his own relevance in the industry. Kendrick, for his part, has largely remained silent since dropping Whacked Out Girls, letting his music do the talking. He's known for his strategic approach, never reacting impulsively, always playing the long game. But with Wayne preparing a diss track, many wonder if Kendrick will be forced to respond. And then there's Jay-Z, who has remained characteristically silent. Unlike Wayne, Jay-Z rarely engages in public feuds, preferring to move behind the scenes. However, industry insiders speculate that he's not ignoring the situation. If Wayne does release his diss track, it's highly likely that Jay-Z will respond. Not with words, but with power moves that could impact Wayne's career in ways he never expected. Meanwhile, Drake has been noticeably absent from the drama. Unlike Wayne, he hasn't publicly addressed the Kendrick situation in weeks. This silence has only fueled speculation, with fans and industry insiders divided on what it truly means. Some believe Drake is strategically biding his time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike back with either a calculated diss or a chart-topping release that subtly takes shots at his rivals. After all, Drake has a long history of responding on his own terms, often choosing to deliver his messages through music rather than direct confrontations. Others, however, think Drake is intentionally distancing himself from the feud to avoid unnecessary controversy. It wouldn't be the first time he's taken a step back when tensions in the industry escalated. His ongoing battle with Kendrick has already put him in a vulnerable position, and engaging further could either strengthen his credibility or expose more weaknesses. Given his past experiences, like the infamous Pusha T beef, where a single diss track derailed his public image momentarily, Drake might be wary of walking into another lyrical war without a well-thought-out strategy. But there's also a third possibility, one that suggests Drake's silence isn't about strategy or avoidance, but rather about maintaining his brand. As one of the biggest commercial artists in the world, he operates differently than most rappers entrenched in lyrical warfare. Unlike Wayne, who built his legacy on raw, unfiltered aggression, Drake has positioned himself as a pop rap icon with mainstream appeal. Engaging too deeply in diss culture might alienate a portion of his fan base that isn't invested. He is fully backing Drake in the ongoing conflict that's shaking up Hollywood. The feud between Drake and his longtime rival Kendrick Lamar has taken center stage. And while Wayne initially stayed out of the drama, things took a turn when he felt personally slighted. At first, Wayne had no direct involvement in the situation. Given his history as Drake's mentor, he preferred to remain neutral. However, everything changed when Jay-Z made the controversial decision to have Kendrick Lamar headline the Super Bowl halftime show, an event held in Wayne's own hometown of New Orleans. This unexpected move reportedly left Wayne furious, prompting him to take a strong stance against Kendrick and Jay-Z in support of Drake. Many assumed that tensions would subside after the Super Bowl, but that hasn't been the case. In fact, Wayne went so far as to criticize Kendrick's performance, calling it one of the worst halftime shows ever. To escalate matters further, he recently announced a diss track aimed directly at Kendrick, signaling that he's ready to take the feud to the next level. Now, some fans believe Wayne's decision to speak out is driven by loyalty to Drake. After all, he played a crucial role in launching both Drake and Nicki Minaj's careers. At their peak, Young Money was an unstoppable force, dominating the charts and shaping the industry. However, despite their strong history, Wayne and Drake's relationship eventually soured, and not because of music, but due to a deeply personal betrayal. The fallout can be traced back to a period when Wayne was serving time behind bars. During his incarceration, he expected his crew to maintain loyalty and keep everything in check. However, rumors surfaced that Drake had grown close to Wayne's then-girlfriend, Tammy Torres. Given Drake's public persona of valuing trust and loyalty, this alleged betrayal hit hard. Wayne later confirmed the situation, expressing his deep frustration and disappointment. He admitted that discovering the truth while locked up made the situation even more painful, stating, "Finding out about Drake was the absolute worst thing I could have ever found out as a man. That hurt, not because it was Drake, but because it was betrayal." This revelation shattered the carefully curated image of Young Money as a tight-knit family. The trust that once defined their bond was now in question. Fans began speculating whether Drake's loyalty had ever been genuine or if he had always prioritized his own interests. The fallout was impossible to ignore, and the tension between Wayne and Drake became increasingly evident, both in their music and their public interactions. Despite their past issues, Wayne's recent actions have nothing to do with personal loyalty to Drake. Instead, they stem from his frustration over the Super Bowl snub. Many, including Wayne himself, assumed he would be the obvious choice to headline the event in his hometown. However, when the NFL unexpectedly selected Kendrick, Wayne took to social media to express his disappointment. Wayne made it clear that the decision had deeply affected him. In an emotional post, he shared, "I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown. I had automatically assumed that was my position." While some fans sympathized with his frustration, others felt he was making the situation about himself, overshadowing Kendrick's moment. Unsurprisingly, Kendrick responded, On his album GNX, he subtly referenced Wayne in the track Whacked Out. Girls, dropping lines that many interpreted as a direct shot. The lyrics hinted at a sense of irony, acknowledging Wayne's past success while suggesting that his time had passed. Wayne clearly took notice. While some debated whether Kendrick's reference was truly a diss, Wayne perceived it as direct shade. He quickly responded on social media, tweeting, "Man, what did I do? I'd just be chilling and they still coming for my head. Let this giant sleep, I beg you all." This tweet made it clear. Wayne was ready for battle. However, his reaction divided. Fans. Some pointed out that he had repeatedly spoken about feeling snubbed, yet never publicly congratulated Kendrick. Others questioned why he was suddenly playing the victim when he had previously acknowledged the NFL's decision as fair. Adding to the confusion, Wayne had recently appeared in an interview with Skip Bayless, where he took a much calmer approach. During the conversation, he acknowledged that the NFL's decision was beyond his control, stating, "Honestly, I don't know why they didn't choose me, but that's just how it is." This stark contrast between his public and private responses left fans wondering if his emotional outbursts were genuine or just another attempt to stay in the spotlight.